Hello and welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance uh, ongoing stream part 5. 5, goodness me. Uh, Today I've had some useful comments, helpful comments from people watching these streams. In particular last week, when someone suggested that, uh, well, in a nutshell, one cannot live by pretzels alone. And so, of course, Henry has been complaining of being hungry. I'm walking him miles on foot across the countryside while only allowing him to eat fairly measly rations, pretzels, apples, the odd bit of old bread. Um, and so, yeah, I'm going to try and bear that in mind. And also, as well, apparently people are looking forward to when the game apparently opens up even more. The story kicks off a bit more and continues to expand. Hopefully, hopefully, uh, I'm able to do that. But also, it sounds like folks are looking forward to seeing what I think of that. So I'm trying to bear that in mind as well. But it's not easy. It's not easy with a game like this. The pacing is everything, and the fact that it's not a super fast game. If I'm honest, is slightly frustrating me. But that's my own problem. That's my own problem as a gamer, as it were, as much as anything else. But I continue to adore the world that we're exploring, um, and the Jake Piper, and the different people and places that we're seeing in this game. And I do believe, if I check my map, that we are continuing on our. I need to mount the roan. Okay, on our adventures to get the wedding presents that I think Stephanie has sent Henry on a quest to get. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go back, see what I have to do in terms of mounting the roan, and while I'm up there, I'm going to get some proper food in me and get some food in my inventory as well from the kitchen, and then we'll continue on our way. I think that's what we shall do. This section here with the castle on the rock. I mean, I know I was commenting last week on how it's realistically located, as it were. That it's it's a good place to have a castle. But actually, it reminds me quite a lot of probably my favourite castle, and that is Conwy. But also other castles as well. I mean, Warkworth is a local one, a relatively local one to where I live now in the northeast. Oh, Henry needs sleep. Okay, well, actually, I can sleep in the castle as well. But specifically, the approach to Conwy Castle is so dramatic, with the rocks jutting out of the North Welsh coast line on the mouth of the River Conwy. That in particular, as you approach it now, with the modern visitors' entrance snaking up the cliffside. Right, can I sleep in this pub here for a little bit? Oh, private area. Oh God, I thought that was a pub. I thought you were a pub. Let's zoom in here. Trade, no, must be someone's house. Oh, actually, I've got my own bed, of course. My own bed in the castle. But the effect is truly stunning. You know, it's sheer, it's intimidating, and it puts you in awe at the engineering that went into placing a castle on that sort of geology. Anyway, this is my bed here. I think I shall have a sleep and save, and I shall sleep until, let's see, it's 4 in the afternoon. So I shall sleep until 5 in the morning. Oh, okay, I can only sleep for 12 hours anyway, so okay, that's what I'll sleep. 12 hours of sleep. That should do him well. Found my channel yesterday obsessed Is that, are you saying I'm obsessed with archaeology? Because I am. No. Cool. I'm superb. I'm glad you're enjoying the different portions of soup that we have on Archeo soup. Now then, I've had a sleep, and I want to go to the castle. I'm in the castle kitchen rather. No, not lockpick. How do I? Left my bedroom. Oh, there we go. How do I get out of here? Now, can I go into the kitchen at this time of the morning? Surely I can, can't I? Open the kitchen. I'm probably already up. Oh no, that's the storeroom. Ooh. This is the kitchen. Isn't that weird? I remember it being the other way around. Oh, the bowls aren't full yet. Oh. Eat from pot. There we go. Drop into pot. Oh, cool. So I can add ingredients. Well, I won't add any of those ingredients, but that's good to know. I can add to the stew. I'll come back when there's some food on a plate. But yes, I intend to take that that advice about eating properly in this game to heart. So if I mount the horse, what happens next?
So, boy, want me to sing? You're definitely the first horse.
There we go. Oh, I just hadn't quite got off the horse at the right place. I was like meters away from where I was meant to be. Grand, cool. So the horse has been delivered. And now at 4 in the morning, well, I don't know. I guess I'll wait a little bit. Get some food from the kitchen, then head out on my other quests. No, don't want to whistle. I'm trying to remember how I wait. There you go. Select. So let's wait till 7. They should be up by then, shouldn't they? Kitchen, surely. You're obsessed. Good to know. Good to hear. It's always nice to hear that that these videos are being watched at least. No, in all seriousness, I often get some lovely comments from students in particular, and I'm always impressed when people find my ramblings vaguely useful. Now then, where are you, cook? I need food. Shall I wait another hour? Okay, I'll wait 1 more hour. But seriously, the kitchen should be up and about by now. Or you would think. One would think. Okay, now. There we go. Hello, good morning. I want some food from the pot. Oh, okay. Aha. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll have to buy some food from somewhere else. At least I got some food from the pot, so that'll keep me going for a little bit. So we have the horse. There was a crown we had to get from wrong button. Crown we had to get from a neighbouring town, and what else was there? Buy wine from Rattay. That's it. The crown is down here. This is in Sassai. Oh, what was that on my map? There was a activity giver. Ooh. That's good to know. If I ever need an activity, I will get it given to me from there. Whatever.
My respects to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
I suppose I could. Let's see. I want to sell. Well, guess I might as well sell slightly manky bread. I'll sell some carrots as well. There we go. Check basket. Close the deal. Reputation gained. Nice. Now down in the town, I'm surely going to find somewhere I can buy a little bit of food. Of course I'm clambering over the slippery rocks, but I like to live dangerously. I have to say, the way you see his hands and feet makes me think makes me think of Thunderbirds. It's quite pleasing. Okay, so somewhere in town there's a pub, Quest Tipster, lodgings, Conciliation Cross. I guess I just have to keep on exploring. So we've been down there. Let's have a look over here. It's quite a big place actually, Talmberg. I'm impressed. It's also interesting because this is a medieval little town that's built up on both sides of the river, which I suppose isn't uncommon, but it's not so it's not what I would have chosen to do in this location. That's why I'm not a medieval king.
Who is it?
Hello? No, okay. I thought they were talking to me. Anything else to discover around here? 'Cause it'd be nice to find a shop where I could get some food. Talmberg Tavern. Yep, that's on the map. Oh, private area, sorry. Don't go into the private area. Don't want to lockpick either. Are these places never open? Right, oh, trespassing, rats. Hello.
My respects to you.
Can we play a game? Let's play dice, yeah.
For a throw or two.
Go on then. Good afternoon, Beck. Make an offer. Oh, blimey, right, okay, well. So I'll make an offer of, let's go with 1 gold for now. 1. Okay.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
So, get to choose which die to hold. I have no idea how this game works. Let's check the help, shall we? Oh, this is... okay. If you want to try your hand at gambling, it's possible to play the dice game at Farkle, in every respectable tavern. The goal of this 2-player game is to be the first to reach a certain number of points. 6 dice are thrown, and the players alternate turns. Points are gained for every 1 or 5 thrown, and for every 3 or more of a kind of any other number. Okay? Interesting. 1, 5, and 3 of a kind. Scoring is as follows. Well, you know, I can blah blah blah. Player's turn always begins with rolling 6 dice. You get to select, set aside the scoring dice. At least 1 die must be always set aside. Therefore, the key element of the game is that if a throw does not produce a single scoring die, then the player's turn is over, and all points gained up to that point during the turn are lost. Whew. Okay. I see, so you can sort of rack up the turns. You used to play Farkle with your neighbour. Interesting, interesting. I always like the fact that dice games are often quite old. Okay, so let's hold that dice. And hold these 3 of a kind. And score and roll again, I guess, those 2. What have we got? 5 and 2, so we'll hold that one and score and roll again.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
Whatever. Hey, nice. So we don't get to select that dice, but hold die, score and pass. The score. I don't want to pass. As in, is that passing as in relinquishing my... No, score and pass. So pass the... This, yeah, okay. So basically end my turn. Yeah. 1, yeah, cool.
This'll
He
be
only,
the one.
he only kept 1-1, interesting. He rolled 2 1s then. There's 2 1s again. Yeah, okay, that's better.
That's it.
I might play this game in real life. Looks like fun. 5-1, yeah, cool.
Finished.
Finished. You will be finished, my friend, when I beat you. And tell you what, I'll roll the rest. So keep those 2. Keep the 5. I'll roll again.
Ah, come on.
Shut up,
Time I
man.
had a throw.
Keep that 1. Roll again.
Ah, come on. This time I had a throw.
Keep that. Roll again.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Hopefully that's a 1 or a 5. Bust. Oh, and my whole turn is gone now. So it's like, in that sense, it feels a bit like
This'll be the
blackjack.
one.
Is it blackjack? But you can only go up to 21, and if you go over that,
see.
then you bust. That's interesting. So the last dice, you've got a
Your
2
turn.
in 6 chance of getting a 1 or a 5, as it were. So I'll keep those 2. Roll the rest. Oh, he's up to 1,250 already. Keep those 2. Roll, yeah, the other 2, I think. Oh no, okay, so I'll keep that. I can't keep that, so... Yeah. Oh, well, let me roll again. Well, I can't keep the 6. I don't want to quit. Interesting. That's 2 of a kind. No, it's 3 of a kind that I'm after, isn't it? Sorry, my mistake. Okay.
Ah, come on. This time I had a throw.
5 and 5 and 1. Yeah. Score and pass. 750. Yeah, we could be doing worse. Exactly. Yes, 3 of a kind, not 2 of a kind. Yeah. Good point.
No point in pushing it.
Okay, so 5, 5 and 1. Keep those. We'll roll the rest. We'll re-roll actually. Oh, it won't. Oh no, because I need to hold 1 every turn, don't I? Okay, so roll these
Use
2.
your head, man. You'll lose everything.
If that's not a 5 and a 1, I'm bust. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting learning what the. You have to learn those little
Should I? Should
things in the game, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, he's winning so far by a lot. 1. Roll the rest. I wonder why 1 and 5 though. I suppose there are. No. Yeah, 1 and 5. Interesting. Keep that. Roll the rest.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
I'm using my head. Trying to. So 1.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Roll the rest. Hopefully we'll get something. 5. Do you know what? I'm going to score and pass. I think I don't want to push that too far. If all the dice score, you basically get another turn.
We'll
Oh.
see.
I had 3 4s. Did I have 3 4s? Ah! This is why I'm rubbish at gambling.
Your turn.
Okay, so keep an eye out for things like 3-4s. So 3 3s. There you go, 3 3s. Keep those, and a 5. Roll the rest. That could make me bust. No, few. So hold the die, score and pass. Okay. That was a better go. This is fun though. I'm liking it.
A bit of luck at last.
Yeah. Well, I parted with 1. He looks a lot like my dad. Dad, Papa, Daddy.
Hey, hey,
what are you playing at?
what are you...
He didn't like me. Crack. Daddy. Oh no, you're not my dad. Okay, fair enough. So, I've discovered the pub, which is good. Are they open yet? They're not open yet. No, there is a quest giver somewhere. They must be inside. Okay. Quickly wash myself. And I want some food. I'm in a private area. Sorry. I didn't mean to be in a private area. Now then, check the map again. Yeah. Huntsman. The Huntsman might be a place where I could get a bit of food, I guess. I'll head this way anyway. See. Cross the river. Yeah, Farkle. I'm gonna try and get a Farkle set at some point. Could be fun. Next time Mr. Soup and I go camping or something. Could play Farkle. And I would lose, obviously. Hello? Yeah then. Let's check the map again. Yeah. Activity giver. But it was down here that I was... I'll check down here as well. I like the fact that the roofs don't have chimney holes. It's one of the great myths about medieval buildings, that they had actual holes in the ceiling for chimneys, but they didn't. They just let the smoke percolate through the roof, really. Well, in that kind of medieval building, anyway. It's also a great place to smoke fish and meat and stuff. Oh no, private area. Oh, hello. It's a very wet-looking dog. Now then, I need to head off to... Am I heading the right direction? Zoom out. Yeah. Ish. Well, I need to cross the river to get where I'm going. Yeah, I can cross over here. Whoop, whoop. Nope, nope, not over there. Jump! I've said it once and I'm more than happy to say it again. Imagine if someone actually observed you in real life behaving the way that one finds oneself behaving in this game. I need to find a road. Is that a telegraph wire? No, it's not. It is something else entirely. I wonder if it's to help with fishing, gathering nets and things. Could be a bird post, but there's lots of posts for single birds. It's not a dovecot. Interesting. Anyway, the road must be up here somewhere. Exactly, yeah. Holes in the roof would let all the heat out and let the water in. It's one of the first questions I'm asked in primary school lessons, actually, by the kids when it comes to ye olden days. Did they really have holes in the roof for fires? Wouldn't that let all the rain in? Like, yes, it would. Yes. And yet, you know, many a Hollywood art director hasn't caught on to that. So let's see. Down here, we're heading towards Rattay to buy wine, and wine not. Maybe not. Okay. I apologise profusely. I know I sort of mentioned this last week, but it really is lovely to simulate walking through the woods, isn't it? I'm we simply don't live close enough to the woods, actual proper forest in Northumberland to justify going there, you know, during lockdown. So we walk in the Dean in Wallsend. There's some trees there, but actual proper forest with a bit of undulating landscape. It's a pleasure to even just to simulate doing that. It's a steep path, isn't it? No, it's just the right direction to Rattay. No. Oh, maybe it could be. I think I need to cross the road, cross the river, and then cross the river again. You live near a park with massive forests. Oh well, that's fortunate. I used to live back in Wales, half a mile from the beach and half a mile from a mountain. So like, it was the perfect spot in that sense for going for a walk. But here we live about 5 miles from the beach, uh, about 5 miles from actual countryside, and forests. Well, they're a good 20, 30 miles away, give or take. Off to Rattay to get some wine. Ooh, nice conciliation cross. Conciliation crosses, or merely stones with a cross engraved on the surface, were erected in places where tragic events or important historical events in life of the community or the country had occurred. They were closely linked to criminal law, a symbol of admission of guilt and a plea of forgiveness. The conciliation cross embodied repentance by the perpetrator of a crime, but at the culprit's expense. And interesting. In addition, conciliation crosses marked the boundaries of estates and municipalities. Okay, nice. Now then, are we on the right track for Rattay? Oh, actually, I could have gone down. Oh, okay. Well, I'll go this way and then cross the river again. 3 times I crossed the river. It's fine. I just like crossing the river. Zoom out on the map. How far do you have to go? Well, I can't even see how far I have to go. Just somewhere down there. I should try and buy a horse at some point. But at the moment I've mainly got Lady Stephanie's money, so I can't be spending that. Nice. Charcoal kiln. Oh. 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 Nice. So they're baking charcoal here in clay mounds. Note the sort of it's almost like building wattle and daub in some cases. So it's like mud and branches here from the forest, in which the charcoal is burning at a very particular temperature. Oh, here we have some, which is a kiln which has been extinguished, and hopefully the charcoal is good quality. So you burn it at a certain low temperature for a certain amount of time, or relatively low temperature, I think. And the wood comes out scorched and essentially like charcoal. Very interesting. Not sure what this guy's about though. Unless that's an initial, because I think there's 2 stages. I think you burn it first in a pile, and then you put it in a kiln. Essentially, a great big clay mound over the top of the burning or the smouldering wood. Nice. I'm glad I took this detour. Hello, Drew. 119119. Right, back across the river. Beautiful sounds. And zoom in a little bit. I'll go right. Maybe I really should have got a horse by now. Perhaps I am going far too slow on foot. Do you know, for a moment there I thought I was playing Breath of the Wild and I could just grab a butterfly out of the air. Or a fairy. Is it the right way? Interestingly, today I completed an artifacts video which will be public possibly tomorrow. And part of it was to do with the notion of the manorial estate and its economy being relatively fixed in the landscape until a certain point in history, certainly in Britain, but I think most of Europe suffered this problem as well, and this economic change. It's interesting how one of the another one of the great medieval myths is that people wouldn't have had much of a sense of their surrounding landscape. It is nice and chill, isn't it, walking through the forest. I built an earth oven out of clay a few years back. So fun cooking outside in a handmade oven. Nice. I once tried doing griddle cakes on hot rocks. That was fun. One of my old lecturers at uni was really interested in whether or not it was possible to process and eat. Now, was it acorns or conkers? It might have been acorns, or basically something which, if you try and just cook it and eat it without processing, is bad for you. I think it's actually quite poisonous. He essentially was investigating this in a Mesolithic context. I want to keep on going this way, and he came to the conclusion that you could leave them in a sack in a river for a long time, for a couple of days, for a few days, and the milky poison element gets washed away, and then you can kind of make biscuits out of acorns. And I was lucky enough to try one time. I mean, not fresh off the rock, but he brought in a biscuit tin of acorn cookies, and they were quite nice. They had a, it's a flavour that's not comparable to, say, a hobnob, where they've added honey and they're using grains and, in some cases, nuts and that you're familiar with. But it was nice. It was nice. I think he had added honey actually. In the glade, nice. In the glade. Wonder if I can get some food here. Fast travel point. Oh, that's useful to know. And you know what? I'm not going to. I've decided I'm not going to be that guy who completely ignores fast travel, because that can get a little bit tiresome after a while. Acorn bread. It's just so much work to shell them. Yes. That's why squirrels are so busy. No, is this? No, that's a private residence. How do we get inside the pub? I see you in there, having fun, drinking and eating. Let me in. Door must be round the front. Mumble grumble, mumble grumble. Oh, it's where the sign is. Duh. Oh, interesting. The sign doesn't move when you walk into it. Hello, everyone. I'm here for your finest food. As a villager. Where's the pub person? Hello. No. Hello. Oh, there you go. Alehouse maid. Good afternoon. Let's talk trade. Oh, bacon. Oh, I wouldn't mind some bacon. Although, yeah, that's 10. That's 10. Oh, no. They have 10. That costs 10.1. I'll have some cooked horse meat for now. I'll take 4 of those. But again, I don't know how much of this money is going to be used up on the presents for the mission that I'm on. I'll buy a bread roll, I think. I'll buy 4 bread rolls and some cheap wine. 1 cheap wine. Check basket. 9.9? Yeah, go on then. I'm spending a tenner. And I'll haggle a little bit. Just a little bit.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
A little bit. I want to pay you 10.3. No, I don't. I want to pay 9.8. Let's just keep it simple. 9.8.
All right, sir.
Yes. You know, starting small. I failed so far at. Oh, they're playing dice over here.
My respects to you.
I don't want to play dice again just yet, though. But yes, at haggling, I haven't done very well so far, so that was a win, a little win. Hey, I've got some food, got some wine. Off to Rete I go. Hello. Oh dear.
I'll be with you. Do you need anything?
What are you standing around here for?
You waiting for someone?
Not anymore, young man. I was waiting for you. You look like a clever sort of fellow, and chivalrous, too. You wouldn't leave a damsel in distress, would you?
Why? Do you know of one somewhere?
Now, handsome. Don't be mean. I've got a job to offer you. There's an old grandad sitting in the alehouse there.
Oh, phew.
Yesterday he made use of my services, and he said he'd pay me in the morning. Only now he pretends he doesn't know me. I want you to take the groschen he owes me from his purse and bring them to me.
What's in it for
What do I
me?
get out of it?
I'll give you half of what you get on him. It ain't a lot, but it's more than I've seen for quite a while.
Go on.
I'm on it. I'll be back with the coin before you know it.
Good luck.
A woman scorned. Okay. Steal 20 groschen from the non-paying customer's purse.
Pour me one.
Where is the non-paying customer? Let's check the map. He's somewhere. Oh, is this him? That is him. Okay. How do I steal from his purse? Do I sort of crouch behind him? Do I knock him out? No, because there's a guy over there watching me. So I'll sit and talk to him.
Here, just as you ordered.
Cheeky though, isn't it? So he's sitting here at the table, and the lady's just over there, within view, and he's sitting here drinking all the money that's owed to her. Okay, right. I'm going to get up. What can I do, I wonder? Hello, Andrew.
My respects to you.
What's happening around here?
How's trade? Any trouble around these parts?
Nothing we can't handle.
Okay, fair enough. And dialogue for now. I don't know, I get the impression that if I was to just knock him out now, in front of all these people, I'm going to get in trouble.
Are you quite well?
Uh, hmm. Can I get Andrew to go away, maybe?
Can I sleep here?
All right. For how long?
One night?
Just the one night?
All right. Money up front, though.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll haggle a little bit though.
It's quite a lot. Can we discuss the price?
And I'm going to go with 1.8 this time. Let's see.
Are we agreed?
Wow, a little more, and we'll call it a deal.
Okay, 1.9.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Don't do it. Yes, don't knock out the guy in public.
Take care now.
Cool. So I'm I'm a patron. I'm staying overnight. Just want to keep an eye on this fella. So let's wait. Wait 3 hours. Luke's going to still be drinking in 3 hours' time. He is. Blimey. Oh, but... Aha! Everyone's gone in. Close the door. And, well, let's see. Knockout! Yeah, loot. Take all. Steal all. And his clothes as well. Look at my shadow. So now, just like the guys talk to the old lady. Give her the
I've
stolen
got your
coin.
coin for you. Though I have to say, robbing a wretch who doesn't look much better than you doesn't exactly fill me with pride.
Thank
It's
you 1,000 times.
It had to be done.
Keep half as a reward.
Have you got something else for me?
Have you got something else for me?
For you, always. You
Oh, I
brought a
leveled
coin
up.
for food, but I'm cold, and I've no one to keep me warm at night.
I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. Unless you want me to steal a blanket for you.
Not a blanket, but a lovely woolen shawl.
The perfect crime.
I was desperate, so I swapped it for a morsel of food, and now I'm sorry I did. Get it back, now, please.
Well, no, I've got your
I've
money.
decided I've done with stealing.
Yeah,
Forever.
I'm not
I
done
bet
forever
you've
with
said that
stealing, I'm
before.
sure.
Well, suit yourself. I'll find someone else.
That's fine. So I'll come back. Maybe I'll steal your shawl later on. Nice dress, though. Nice colour. Okay. Yay! Oh my god, you're an animal. How did they do fractional currency? Did they split the coins? Depends on the time and place. I imagine at this time in this place it's going to be possibly a combination. Depends also on the metal content of the coins. Sometimes, for example, old Penninger, or the coinage that we get the word Pfennig from in German, or penny in English. Let's check my map again. They would actually have a certain amount of silver content. I want to head south. And they would literally chop the coins up. So you'd have literally half a penny and a quarter.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Of which, incidentally, there are 4 pieces, and this is supposedly where we get the word for the old coin, the farthing. 4 things, farthing, a fjordthing or something like that. So, yeah, you could literally chop up coins in the past if they were made of valuable metal. Sometimes, though, coinage is, as most coins are today, essentially symbolic of value, and the symbol comes usually from a monarch or a leader's face on the coin, with a value attached to it. Normally, though, older coins did have some sort of valuable metal content still, but the debasement of the coinage was always an issue. In Rome, for example, in Rome, as if that's one time and place, throughout the couple of thousand years worth of the Roman Empire and Republic, the relationship between the coin, precious metal, face value, and leader's head on the coin was in constant flux. And eventually, for example, Trajan, famously, Emperor Trajan, decided to go and invade what is now, I believe, what is now Romania. What were they called again? The name slips my mind for a second, but Trajan's column records the invasion of this particular place. And essentially, the people who lived in what is now Romania were living on huge amounts of gold. The kings of that place that slipped my mind were very, very wealthy, and when they knew that Trajan and indeed the Roman Empire, Roman Empire, although they never really called it an empire, but that's a whole other thing, were in need of more gold to prop up the currency, to keep the empire going. They became very nervous. They actually attempted to hide and bury their stuff, their valuables, but it didn't work. Trajan got his money. He sort of celebrated this amongst the Romans by redoing the Forum, giving them a place to hang out in the capital city that was better and more beautiful than ever before, with a gorgeous array of, almost like a shopping mall made out of stone, multiple levels, and then of course Trajan's column in the middle, or at the heart of that redevelopment. But that was all to basically reinvigorate the Roman economy, because that balance between precious metal, face value, and the leader on the face had become a bit skew with. But by these times, it was a combination of depends on where you were and what sort of coinage they were using. I mean, most people know this next bit already, but it's worthwhile saying that's one of the reasons why modern coins have etchings on the side, is because historically coins, particularly things like crowns, etc., in Britain, had a silver content that people would shave off. So the etchings on the side are a countermeasure to that. You can see if lines are missing and get a sense of whether or not the coin has been tampered with, been shaved. And I do believe it was Sir Isaac Newton who introduced those to coins. He was an interesting fellow, almost certainly autistic, very hard to follow in his lectures apparently. The students would complain. And when he was tasked with stopping people from forging currency and skimming off the top, shaving coins, he enacted 2 things. One of them, I think, was the etchings on the coins, on the edges of the coins, to stop people from being able to do that. But also the other thing was he introduced the death penalty for any form of tampering with coinage. Where am I? Which is it was a strong measure, shall we say? And in fact, my father-in-law, Mrs. Soup's lovely dad, has a lot to say about Newton, actually, in that sense, because Newton, as with many people, is celebrated for their achievements as opposed to remembered for their entirety as a person. I've completely gone off road now, haven't I? And in Newton's case, he had a great many scientific achievements, but his journals and his notebooks reveal that he was absolutely a believer in alchemy. He was fully pursuing, um, turning lead into gold and all this sort of thing. And it's not as though you're not allowed to go and read this stuff, but the archives where it's kept aren't just open to anyone and everyone, because it's a bit embarrassing that this great scientist was so far off the mark. In other cases, essentially he believed in magic, or he was trying to prove scientifically magical principles as well. So he's an interesting fellow, and it's just another example where people say, "Oh, wouldn't you like to go back in time, meet these famous people from history?" But I think often people who say that, they haven't really looked into precisely what you'd be getting into, because I'm not sure I'd want to meet Isaac Newton. I think he would be a very difficult person to. Can I cross the river here? Difficult person to have a conversation with, for a start. That said, though, I have I have friends. I have friends and acquaintances who are rats, in that sense, differently abled, neurologically differently abled, and they're all wonderful. Frankly, I'm certainly not off that spectrum, indeed, as none of us are. We're all on the spectrum. It's in the spectrum. Rats! I keep on falling into these things. What is it about me and sluice gates? Come on. Come on. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, can we... We must be able to get out of here. There we go. Whew. No? Come on, surely. There we go. Anyway, let's cross this properly now. And up. Yay! And crouch. No, don't fall into the... There we go. Oh, it's a little weir. Well, hopefully we can cross on this side. It won't be too fast flowing.
Damn it, I wish I was able to swim.
Oh, okay, I can't swim. Oh, there's a shallow bit over there. Fast travel. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can fast travel to a place I haven't been to yet. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Just need to find a shallow bit. There we go. Rattay's not going to know what hit it. The boys are back in town. Hello, I'm sopping wet. And I need some wine. Ooh, is that Rattay Castle over there? Mm. I quite like in games when you can see your feet. I find it reassuring. I don't know why, I always think my map is down on the D-pad. Okay, yep, that must be Rattay over there. Cross the fields! Can we pick this flower? Oh, we can. Thistle. What's this flower here? Valerian. Might be like Valerian root. Can you call your horse? My horse is not my horse. My horse was well, for a start, my horse is quite a long way away now. Or that horse was, but that horse was something that I picked up for as a wedding present for someone else on behalf of the Lady of Talmberg Castle. So, yeah, it's not mine. I need to get a horse. I'm gonna have to prioritize getting a horse. Oh, look, my poor feet are sore by the look of it. My left foot is sorer than my right foot. This way to Rete. I should be on a t-shirt. This way to Rete. Hey. Yay. Valerian root, good for sleeping. I think Henry's going to need a bit of a nap when we get there. Discovered a shrine. Read the shrine. Thomas Henry Joseph Douglas Ayers from Stefan for Lolia Harry Felices Venerator a Pavulo Devin Humphrey. Nice. Some candles. Maybe I was meant to use the horse to get around. Maybe I didn't have to take the horse straight back, did I? Oh well. That's just what a smart, thinking person would do. Puh. Okay. So we're entering the tune. No one's around. Is it actually up at the castle that I need to go? Oh, it is. Oh, look at all those buildings in the castle. That's quite exciting. Well, let us cross the road. Cross the bridge, rather. And I see a fast travel spot over there as well. So now that we've found it, we can fast travel back here again. That's good to know. It's a beautiful river, isn't it? It's a beautiful game in so many ways. Hello? Do I have a torch on me? Ah, this is a small barn. Stable. Now, Rete looks like a considerably bigger place than Talmberg. Is it this the way to Talmberg, or is that way the way to Talmberg? Looks like we need to go to the right. Okay. And what I might do is have a quick snoozle in the inn. Hello, Teresa.
Look at the state you're in.
Oh, this is the lady who rescued me. Oh, we're back at the mill. I really don't know my way around yet, do I? Or where things are. Fancy a little walk. I'd like to know. Want to ask about scallops. Oh, go on
Have
then.
you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about scallops. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
How did you get me here?
How did you get me away from scallops?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon, and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here. God bless them.
Okay. What happened to the bandits?
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zibashek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
Mm. How could Zbyszek have done that?
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
Mm.
When those cumins, they call them, when the cumins came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled.
Oh.
He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard.
Oh, he did a proper gritted, hunched shoulder, gritted teeth. Grr.
Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzig. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
Yeah. What happened to the other
What
Skalitz
happened to
folk?
the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
Mm. What happened to Sir Radzig?
What about Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzig, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you
How
get
did
away
you
from the
get away
humans?
from those cumins?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone, and kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but he... My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced. I
Enough
won't
about
trouble you
Skalitz.
anymore. Let's leave it be.
Fancy a little walk?
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much, but I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you want.
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
We've all been there. Okay, Teresa, I'll see you in a bit. This is the miller who I apparently owe money to for looking after me. Here he is.
God save you.
How'd you get mucked in for thieving? How do I sell stolen goods?
What am I to do with these things I
Stolen
get?
goods which might have
No one
fallen
will
off
buy stolen goods from me.
the back
Buying
of a
and
wagon.
selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're properly
cared
cared
for.
for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
Brilliant.
Can
The
you
other
tell me something
millers.
about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sasa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. The slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
Okay. What about Simon from Sasau?
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Blimey. Okay, well, fair enough. Tell me about yourself. Can you tell me, do you have any work for me training? Would you teach me to pickpocket? That could be useful, so I'd have to knock someone out
Would you
next time.
teach me something about the milling craft. Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own.
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. Good luck then.
Okay. And learn some pickpocketing.
I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. But also, of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out. Carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
In order still, you have to exceed the minimum time for groping, which you will recognize by the background of the rose changing color from red to green. The amount of time you have left for the second stage of stealing is shown the number. Okay, let's give this a go. Pickpocket. Oh, pickpocket. And how do I?
Caught you!
Ah.
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Okay.
Hey! What are you playing at here? Caught you!
Ah!
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard.
Okay, I think I understand what's going on there. So you sort of hold A. And then you go, oh, no! Ah, how'd you get all the way around there in time?
If this was for real, I'd be
Maybe I need to
yelling
use
for a
my
guard.
mouse, maybe that's quicker.
Try it again.
So pickpocket. Hold A. And...
Caught you!
Ah!
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Okay, so I probably need to use my mouse to grab the thing. Okay, and... Oh! No, got that wrong. Green, and...
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard.
That's irritating.
Try it again. Caught you!
What?
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Okay. So, hold A. Let go. Reveal. Take.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
1, 2, reveal. Oh, you get all the way down there.
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
We're practicing in the view of the castle wall, you know. Okay. Pickpocket. Green, and 2, 3, reveal.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
This is for real, I'd knock you out. Okay. And go. Oh, it's so hard to get down there in
Caught
time.
you! If this was... I'll stand here and pretend I... First, you have to... Once you've found some...
Yeah. 1, 2, reveal, take.
Caught you! If this
Ah!
was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Green, let go. No, it's not going to work.
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Crouch. I think I'm going to try putting my torch away just for a sec. And go. No, there's
Caught
just not
you.
enough time.
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Okay.
Caught you. If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Pickpocket. Green, let go. 1, 2. No, it's not gonna.
Caught you. If this was for real,
Okay, so if I'm
I'll
not gonna have
stay
enough
here.
time,
First, you have.
then presumably I have to click on the exit door to get out safely. So 1, 2.
Caught you. If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Okay. No, exit. Pickpocketing successful. Okay, so I can still exit. No, you can't be in there for longer. So if I hold down A at this point. Oh, maybe, does that give me more time? Oh! So the opening, that bit gives me more time in the pocket. Right.
That's the way.
I thought as
hardly
soon as it
noticed
turned
you
to
were there.
green, you went in, that was you in, and I
real.
presume it was going to be a different
Best
points on
practice
the
on drunks
circle.
and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Right.
Thanks, Hashek.
There you go, I've learned
You're
something now.
welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Interesting. Okay. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. So you hold it for as long as possible, and that gives you more of a chance of having more time in the pocket to do your searching. I suppose that makes sense. Now then, I probably want to go and practice a little bit of lockpicking if I can. Oh. Looks like I've exhausted that exercise. Well, I'll get some sleep, then I'll head into Rattay, get them wine, try and get hold of a horse, maybe. Put the torch away. Sleep. And I'll sleep until 5.
Do you think you own the place? Snoring here? Clear off!
Oh, okay.
What
Sorry.
do you think this is, an inn? Get the hell out of here! What the?
Well, let me past. Sorry. I can't get past you.
You sleep in someone else's bed. Get lost!
Oh, for goodness sake. I can't get past you.
Damn. Get up! What are you doing lying here? Get the hell out!
I want to get the hell out. Let me past, man.
Hey, young fellow, you can't sleep here. Go and find a... Look out.
Oh, for goodness sake.
How dare you sleep in someone else's bed?
If this was
Get
Skyrim,
lost.
I'd just do a shout at him and he'd get out of my way. Can I get through here? There we go. Bluffing heck.
Hey, get up off that bed. You've no business here.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Eat a bit of cooked horse meat. Where did I sleep, I wonder, when I was here? Presumably not there. Can I sleep in the barn? No, I don't want to pick that. Ugh! Can I sleep in here? Oh, hello. Can I... Did it work for me? Let's try pickpocketing again. Okay, can you tell me?
Tell me?
No.
That's all.
I just need to go to the castle to go somewhere to sleep, I suppose.
Take
Man,
care.
I knew he hadn't looked after me for sheer charity of it, but I thought I could at least sleep here. Apparently not. Well, off to Rattay I go. of the night, as it is. Hope they don't get bandited on the way. Oh, here's another one. Wonder what it's for. So it looks like a bird perch. I mean, it could be. It could. Oh, here's some more. Oh, it's hay storage. Cool. Okay, so you sort of stack your hay up on the. It's almost like a hay rack. Nice. Mystery solved. Oh, there's someone over here. Or just oh, eat from the pot. Yummy. Finally, we're going uphill. Getting into ratty is no joke. It's enough to make anyone ratty. I'll get my coat. Fast travel points, thank goodness for that. And here's the gate. Hello, it's the middle of the night and I'd like to come into your castle, please. Me? Oh, I'm just, you know, I'm just Henry. Oh, discovered a camp. Wonder who these people are.
Maybe so, but the land's still full of ruffians, and I'm no soldier. Besides, there's no need to go right now. Everything's well hidden, and it won't be sprouting legs and running off.
And how are we supposed to live in the meantime? On dirt and air?
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. I woke up with a rat in my blanket. A rat.
Oh, this is the Skalitz camp, of course. These are the refugees.
Hal! What are you doing here? I took you for dead.
Oh, it's a long story. But what about you? How did you get out of Skalitz?
You wouldn't believe it. A frightful storm broke that night, and Sigismund's heathens ran back to their camp. They never dreamed Sir Ratzik would use the storm as cover for our escape. The entire village slipped away as quiet as mice while no one watched. In the morning, when those bandits attacked, all they found was an empty castle with an old goat inside. I wish I could have seen their faces.
So do I. You tricked them nicely. See you later.
Okay. Wonder what it was that they wanted. Maybe the woman he was speaking to will tell me. Where is she gone? Nope. Nope. Well, I'm sure to bump into her again. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm gonna go inside, find somewhere to sleep. I'm sure I could probably... No, the camp looks full, doesn't it? Find somewhere to sleep. Wow, people are sleeping anywhere. Weaponsmith, that's good to know. Grindstone. Baker. Oh, very nice. Got to buy some baked goods. Grocer. Excellent. Trader. Another grocer. Not an inn anywhere. Baker again. Tavern. Right then. Is there a place to stay in the tavern? Hello? Ah. I'm in a private area. Ah, rats. Okay. Okay, I'll just sit here. I just had a little bit of a snooze, didn't I? So I'll have a sit. Put my torch away. And let's see. Wait until around about 8 o'clock. Everyone should be up by then, shouldn't they? Hopefully. Raining. Typical. So, somewhere in Rattay, there's the alehouse maid. Somewhere in Rattay, I am here to get some wine. It could actually be from here. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Check them on map. No, it's... Oh, that's Sir Radzig. Buy wine from the Rattay merchant. Okay, and Sir Radzig's in the castle. Cool. So I can probably have a chat with Sir Radzig while I'm here. Tell him what happened to the sword. And he'll be like, a curse on them, Henry. It's funny how it all looks different in the daytime. Trader. Wine. Hello.
God be with you.
Lady Stephanie
Lady
of
Stephanie
Talmberg
of
sent me.
Talmberg sent me to...
And what would she like? Fine clothes from Venice, exquisite spices from Arabia, jewels from Germany.
Wine. Good wine.
Ah.
Ah.
Would beer be enough?
As a gift for a noble woman's wedding? No, it definitely wouldn't.
Then that's going to be a problem. I gave the last keg of good wine away as a prize for the archery competition tomorrow.
Shit.
Couldn't I get wine somewhere else?
Isn't there anywhere else where I could find the wine?
Unfortunately not.
Oh,
I have
blimey.
the exclusive right to sell and buy that particular vintage. No one else in the region will stock it.
Can I enroll in the competition?
But of course. Go to the shooting range above Rattay.
Now I'm in an archery competition. What if I don't
What
win?
if I don't win the competition?
Then you'll have to persuade the winner to part with some truly excellent wine.
Well, I suppose I'll just have to find a way to get it.
I'm sorry, there's nothing more I can do to help.
About Rattay. I can learn all that some other way. Okay.
Take care now.
You mentioned getting a dice game set. Couldn't you make your own? As it seems it's just a board with 2 cups. Might be a nice to customize it. I might make a nice video. That's a good point. That's a good point. I could even do a little bit of research and try and make it using actually I'll make some pretzels. Using proper hand techniques as well. Let's talk trade. Oh, he's got an axe. I don't want to buy an axe. I will buy Hercules and his diet. Long distance arrow, ordinary tarred jacket. That would be nice in the rain, wouldn't it? Yeah. It costs 154 gold though. I shall buy 2 pretzels. And oh, interesting. You can buy a cobbler's kit and a tailor's kit and a blacksmith's kit. Very interesting. You can also buy spades as well. Or a spade. Wonder why I'd need a spade. Check baskets. Close the deal. Brilliant. Reputation gained. Well, let's go and talk to Sir Radzig and then learn to do archery, I suppose. Pillory. The pillory would be located in the middle of the square, and it was here that the lesser punishments were meted out for transgressions such as perjury, slander, or various forms of fraud. It was typically a wooden or stone pillar to which the convicted were tied by a chain for a specific amount of time, hours, or even days. They were then punished by the whole community, being spat on, insulted, mocked, and pelted randomly on a daily basis. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's interesting, stocks and pillories are very different things. I think stocks just bind your feet. Pillories bind your head and wrists. So your head goes in the middle, your hands go through the two side holes. Back when I used to work for the York Archaeological Trust, they had a pillory outside of a place called Barley Hall, a small medieval
Baked
building.
goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Medieval building in oh, is he baking? Oh, poor guy. In the middle of York, and outside people would constantly walk past and say, "Oh, look, a set of stocks." And depending on how bored you were inside, you would hop out the door and go, "Actually, I think you'll find." Sir Radzig is in here. I would like to speak to Sir Radzig. Where is Sir Radzig?
That be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him.
I thought his name was
What
Henry.
are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Why did I think his name was Henry? Hal, okay. I'm going to see Sir Radzig.
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai.
Oh, that woman just appeared out of nowhere.
What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
Yeah.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
So am I allowed in now? Hopefully.
Ow!
Oh, come on, townswoman, out of the way. Oh! That's townsman. God. I don't know. I want to go up the stairs. Oh, they can just walk through the townswoman. I can't. Honestly. Yes, there we go. Oh. More people. Now, where will we, Sir Radzig? He's in the hall. Ooh, look at that! Cool! A little loo that drops out directly over the castle wall there. I wonder if we can see the outside of this. Like, whereabouts is that? Somewhere there. Okay, well, we shall have a look in a bit. Kitchen. No. Lockpick. Lockpick. Well, he's not going to be up here, is he? This is one of those buildings down there. Let's go up to the top of the tower. Oh, private area. Sorry. Don't want to get wronged for being in a private area. Let's try going in on this level. Aha! Oh, blimey. Oh.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit.
Blimey.
Deep fucking shit.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Pirkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Pirkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzik, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
Well, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar.
Yawn.
I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, That plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders,
Oh,
killed Sir
shut up.
Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything?
Oh, he is Henry.
Courage and blind
How must
obedience
this
are
be his
good
nickname?
qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
Oof.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear, you're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry.
Weird American medieval again.
I won't, my lord.
Interesting. Quest completed. Awakening. Brilliant. Quest started. Train hard. Fight easy. Nice. Okay. Objective started. Go to the training ground and talk to Captain Bernard. Well, I think I shall leave it there for today. I think we've got a nice solid direction for the next part, next stream. And crucially, I'm going to be back here streaming here on Archaeosoup again in a few hours, around about 7 o'clock. Andy Brockman and I are talking. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Colston statue and a history of iconoclasm. So he was super eager to do it, and I thought, yeah, it could be interesting. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys for watching. If you're at all interested in that live stream a little bit later, 7 o'clock UK time, definitely tune in, and we'll see you there. And hopefully we'll have a good chat. Until next time, as I say, do take care. Bye bye.